Hey everyone, I'm going to show a brief video about how to convert WAV files to Ogg files on a PC. The first thing I'm going to need is I'm going to need an editor or something that's going to convert those sound files. And so I'm going to use GoldWave. Now GoldWave, you can get that at goldwave.com. Uh, I own a lot of editors and GoldWave is among the best. I own both Adobe Audition and Sony's SoundForge, and GoldWave has 99% of the features in both those other programs, and it's only $45 for a lifetime license. So it's really inexpensive. In addition, one of the cool things about it, it supports batch processing, and you can actually use it for quite a while. It's like Nagware. Even if you don't buy it, you can. It will just put up nagging dialog boxes every once in a while. So if you're in a pinch, like you're at a client's and you don't have an editor and you need to do something quickly, GoldWave is a great program for that. So download it here. I've already done that, so I'm going to go over to my desktop and I'm going to actually launch it here. When I launch it, it basically is just a very simple audio editor that I can pull WAV files into it. So I'm going to pull a WAV file into that, and I can edit it, and it has all the tools that any major sound editor has. So in order to convert this file to a OGG file, there are two ways to do that. I'm going to show you the first way first. You go up to the File menu, Save As, and when you go to Save As, then you get Save as Type. Right now it saves as a WAV file, but what I'm going to do is change it over, and it supports about 20 different audio file formats. Most of these you'll never use, but OGG is something that's commonly used in games, so I'll choose OGG. And then in the attributes section, you can choose how you want to convert it. And I know this one's at 48K, so I'm going to go up to 48K, and what I can do is run 48K like this and 128 kilobits per second, which is not great quality. Oh, that's 4 channel. So I got to find the 2 channel one. So stereo. So I'm going to go down here, 48K, 128 kilobits, stereo, and hit OK. And then when I save it, it's going to save right to my desktop there. And it takes a little while to encode that. And when it finishes, you can see that I have a new desktop icon here. So what I'll do is, and it's actually converted over here. I'm going to close it just to make sure that I'm dealing with the right file. When I pull it in, it's going to actually decrypt the OGG file, meaning that it's not decrypted, it's going to decompress the OGG file. Because basically you can't edit raw compressed audio. You can't edit an MP3. So basically what it will do when it opens it is actually convert it to like a WAV file. And then when you edit it, it saves all the changes. When you save it, it will save it, recompress the audio as an OGG file again. Again, the advantage of using an OGG file is that you're not going to deal with any of the MP3 looping issues that you normally have. So that's a reason why game composers frequently use it. Now that's the first way to kind of deal with OGG files. And the second way, I'm going to get rid of my OGG file that I just created. I drag it to the recycle bin. So the second way is to batch convert. And in the file menu, there's a batch processing menu item. And when I open that up, I can drag whatever files I want in. So I can drag 100 files in here or whatever. Then I can process those files by adding different effects, like maybe I want to add a 10 millisecond fade in on every file or something. Or maybe I want to normalize them all or something like that. I could do that in this window. Then I choose the convert. And in convert, basically what I can do is go in here and start selecting what I want to convert it to. So what I want to do for this one is do the Vorbis. Since I know this is a 48K file, I'll do 48K 128 kilobits per second. Stereo, the same thing that I just did a few minutes ago with the save as command. Choose the destination, and right now I'm set to store all files in their original folders. And then I can deal with metadata. So metadata are things like markers within the file, those kinds of things, or timestamps. You can try and keep all that information dependent on the file format that you're going to. So once I'm ready, I hit begin. That's going to convert that file for me and save it to my hard disk. And then we'll give each one a listen so that you can hear what it sounds like from the WAV file back to the OGG file. And once it's done, it says, oh, no errors, 0 warnings, which is what you want. You hit OK. And then you can close up the batch processing window. Then what I'm going to do is just load these files in. I'll play the WAV file first. Here it is. And here we go. Okay, that's the WAV file. And then if I load up the OGG file, it sounds like this. So I've lost a little bit of the subtlety. I've lost a little bit of the dynamic range when compressing to this. It gets a little crunchy on the high end, a little bit of artifacting. That sounds pretty good for the most part. I don't think a normal user is going to hear that as much. And in any case, that's a brief demonstration about how to convert files on a PC. Okay.